We are ready now, ma'am.
Thank you, Manvi. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Mahi International Talk Series. Today, we are honored to host the first talk of our four remarkable international women leaders in this session. Before we begin, I would like to invite Mrs. Smita Patil, ma'am, President of Narirko Mahi, to deliver the welcome note. Over to you, ma'am. Smita, ma'am, I'm so sorry. You are on mute. Can you just unmute yourself?
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Naredko Mahi, I extend a very warm welcome to all of you to this international Mahi Talk series. This is a platform envisioned to bring the global perspective and knowledge exchange and meaningful dialogue to our ecosystems. Mahi Talk series we have started at least 4 years ago, and this is, I guess, 48th Mahi Talk. This is gonna happen today. So we are honored to have Ms. Saida Akhtar, Principal Architect from Bangladesh, as our distinguished speaker here today. And her professional journey and international experience will add valuable insights to our discussion today, and we look forward to learning from her. And I would like to place on record the appreciation for my team, Anshul Gujarati and Manasvi, VP and AVP from Naredko Mahi West, for conceptualizing all this international Mahi Talk series. Congratulations to both of you. And Mahi stands for empowerment, actually, and it's a collaboration and the progressive leadership. So, this initiative of International Mahi Talk series will broaden our outlook and strengthen our professional excellence and reinforce the growing role of women internationally and women leaders in the real estate. So I sincerely thank you, our speaker, moderator Chitra. Thank you for accepting the invite as a moderator and all our participants here. And I am sure that you all will enjoy the session further. Thank you so much and very warm welcome to all of you once again.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving on, I would like to introduce our speaker today. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce her, architect Seda Akhtar Mumu, a visionary architect from Bangladesh, known for her commitment to environmentally conscious and context sensitive design. She is the principal architect and CEO of Matric, an innovative design practice based in Dhaka, where she blends contemporary approaches with thoughtful passive architectural strategies. A graduate of Khalna University, architect Mumu's work spans architecture, landscape urbanism, and industrial design, earning her prestigious recognitions such as the 29th FCAA Young Architect Award and an honorary award for the International Mother Language Monument in Canada. She also serves as secretary for seminar and convention at the Institute of Architects, Bangladesh, and has also spoken at leading forums including the GBCI Sustainable Conference and ISHRE School Conclave. Please join me in welcoming architect Saida Akhtar Mumu. After this, I would also like to introduce our moderator, Mrs. Chitra S. Jain, a practicing architect and urban planner and the president-elect of Narirko Mahi. Without any waste of time, over to you, Chitra ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Manasvi. And welcome, Saida. It's a pleasure
Thank
to be
you.
moderating this session. And okay, without much delay, let's get on with our, talk series. So I'm curious to know, your company's name is Matrik, Mat, Matrik.
Yes, it is
So
Matric.
I think in Mahi, somehow we are, all the time we're looking for clues to link, Mahi to the names. So when you said Matrik, somewhere Matra comes in as mother, as embodying, let us say, the feminine power. So I don't know, is that what prompted you to name your company Matrik, or what is the meaning of Matrik?
Uh,
Okay, first of all, I want to thank Mansi, Mahi Talk, and everyone who were connected with this, was related to this program. I'm feeling honored and also thankful to Chitra ma'am, you and my friend Anshul, for having me here this evening. Uh, Matrik, as you know, being an architect, everyone's dream is to go for a consultancy firm, their own studio, where architect can practice their own ideas and thoughts. So when I thought about my this small area of work, so I thought that we shouldn't be without beyond. We have to reach the sky limit without any limitations. So the limitations, dimensions, all these things, it was just roaming in my mind, and every time I was just puzzled with these topics, these words actually. Then Matra is a Bengali name, Matra, which English transformation is dimension, and Matrik is something related to dimensional.
Okay.
And also there is an you were correct that there's another Matrik which we call Nodi Matrik, like river motherly. Bangladesh is a river motherly country. There's a lot of river. In that term, Matrik is also used as motherly terms, like something like motherhood, or it can hold all of her child like this. So it's a mixture actually.
Okay. No, that's such a beautiful, let's say, unraveling of this, word matrik, and very beautifully put. So, okay, so I think this gives you an endless possibility, especially now since you're working more in the field of green and sustainability. So that's what, mother and the feminine power is all about. So let's say good going in selecting a good name for your company. And so from your resume, I see that you have done over 20 LEED certified green buildings, and that's the focus of your work. So can you share your journey from, let's say, your first LEED certified or green building to your latest building?
Yeah, well, it was the year of 2011. That time, that was a time that Bangladesh, one business sector, we call it RMG sector, ready-made garment sector. It was just raising at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
and so many garments owners wanted to go for sustainable certifications. So it was the first that no one have actually no one knows about that. Very few, most likely one project has just finished that time, and no other any green sustainable consultant also not that time in Bangladesh. So one of my client was wondering about this thing, and then that was the first time I heard about the certification process. And before that, I was always wanted to work with people actually. And ready-made garments factories are a sector where I can connect it with thousands of people. In a floor, there are thousands of workers working in one floor, and most of them are girls. So, and the young girls, they have their dreams, and their whole dream is to actually facilitate their families. So, and also by nature, I am also that kind of person that I always wanted to build myself. And like every other simple girl, I always wanted to do something for my family. So somehow, somewhere, I was connected. I was connected with them, and whenever I started design for them, as you know, these are the sectors where people doesn't think much, because um most of the businessmen, they work for their own business, what I can say, actually not profit, actually business perspectives. And being an architect, we are bound to do the environment friendly things. These are our, what I can say, we took oath to do this kind of things, to honor, to respect nature, to sustain our assets. But most of the clients doesn't want, most of the businessman doesn't want. So I was just starving to find some process how I can make some good environment inside the building. It is
Okay.
aesthetical part. Everyone is looking for the aesthetic. It is a common thing. Every architect will do that. But how I can serve the people living inside a good air, good lighting, and a good
Mm-hmm.
environment. Even my childhood was, I spent my whole childhood in an industrial area. My father was working in Bangladesh chemical industries. The I don't know if you ever heard about Khulna newsprint mills. It was the largest factory in Asia for
Okay.
newspaper things. So I grew up there, and I
Mm-hmm.
found there are so many facilities for workers. And we had our study together with the workers, to child, and my parents and our other friends. Everyone was. It is a co-education school. So that was a dream of mine, that it should be the workers' facilities in an industry for their housing and therefore living, good kind of living. So those things, actually, so many things was connected for this kind of step that I was looking for,
Okay. That's really
and
wonderful.
suddenly,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's, I mean,
and
to bring in
suddenly it
all those
appears.
influences into your practice,
Yes, yes, that's
it's
true.
really
That's true.
wonderful.
My
Yeah.
my childhood influences so many times in my work, in my
Mm-hmm.
design, and at that time I was suddenly it appears like this. Okay, there are one certification body who are from US GBC or UK GBC. You can follow lead. So that time, one project was about to finish, and I had a chance to meet some lead consultant, AP, lead AP team
Mm-hmm.
in Bangladesh, and I started working with them. And
Okay.
that was the first project that my client wanted to go for a sustainable lead project, and I was looking for a scope. So that was the actually sector that built at the very early time in when it was 2011, and I started working on green projects. After that, it just one by one after another, it just going
Okay.
on
Oh,
still.
this is so heartwarming to hear. So, can you just run us through a few of your projects? Because being, architects, I think for us we explain better with drawings, with plans, with photographs. So I'm sure you can, bring in some of your projects which you can just maybe showcase for us and show
Yes,
what are your specific, green elements that you have brought in. I think I also read about you bringing in passive,
I
cooling
try to do that.
strategies into your projects. So if you can just highlight a few key elements that you've used in your projects.
Yeah, I have a small presentation over there, and as you know, I don't know what is the practice in India. In Bangladesh, there was not much good practices in industrial sector. Very few consultancy firms who worked for aesthetical or passive solved industrial buildings in Bangladesh. But
Mm-hmm.
what I did, that I tried to go for some passive strategies every time. And finally, in 2019, we got an award from JK Young Architects of the Year. It was held, it's from India, but
Okay.
our competition was outside of India within 17 countries. So we achieved that for Green Factory. It was an industry. So I want to showcase that project. It was in your IIA magazine also. And the thing is, many projects, architects think that industrial things are not properly architectural building. It is a functional building. But I always want to say that where thousands of people are living, it is an architectural major and mainstream projects actually, because we do architecture for people. It is not for a showcasing a city or showcasing a road or any kind of thing. We cannot just take a picture and hang it on a wall. We do it for
True.
people, whether it's a living people in residential
Mm.
or commercial building or industry. So I got the chance to work for those plenty of people in one floor. So that those are the challenge that I took and I tried to solve. This is one of the example that I have just finished, and Here is the presentation. It is already, I have told about our farm, Matrik, and you already, Mansi has told about me. I just want to go through the project Deco Garments
Yeah.
Limited.
Yeah. Let's start with your projects now.
Yeah, this project, it is a project. Here are some magazine photos which it appears here in India. So I just took the chance to show it to you.
Just sorry to
So,
interrupt. Naredco Secretariat, is it possible to get this presentation on the whole screen? Because I think it's too tiny for anyone to actually comprehend. Vanvi?
Yes, ma'am, I'm trying.
Yeah, yeah, okay. All right. So in the meantime, that she brings the presentation on the full screen. So you can continue, Saida.
this is a project actually when my client described about this project, he wanted something unique, something that he can proud of. And every factory, we do the compliance things and they do the compliance things, each and every code and others, we follow everything. But how my client was wondering how I can make my building unique and separate from others. Then I said, okay, let's do some conceptual work on this. As you know, ready-made garments have so many girls working on, and it is when the factory just starting, for starting time and ending time, they come just like wave. You know, it is like a wave, and they come in a whole way, and they don't wait for any other. They go directly to their workflow workspace, and they don't bother anyone in the space. So when I just did my survey of any garments factory, I every time I thought that they are like a wave. It is not a wave of people, it is a wave of our economy also. They bring our economical growth. So I thought, why don't we go for something like fluidity in this robustic volume of building? So I thought about some waves, some curved lines, some curved roofs, and some curved landscapes over this horizon, and where the sky is curved, the plenty of green field, the where the air is having a curved flow on top of the or paddy field. It is like that. So the concept of this building is the wave. Here I tried to make some roofing in a wavy structure. It's not only for aesthetical wave. It is, I always try to bring the daylight from the outer
Yeah.
side, and
Next
that,
slide, please.
yeah. Here in section, I can see that the roof is outer side wider. This wavy approach just allow me some more and more daylights from outside. If we go for a traditional pitch roof approach, I found that I cannot be, it is not possible to adapt all the daylight from the roof side. So if we just make it reverse, then I can invite more and more daylight through our daylight windows. So it was my first strategy that I follow for the daylight daylight of this building. And this, as you know, the industry building, always it is a wider building, and almost this building is 250 feet, 200 feet wide, 220
Okay.
feet wide. So this wider building, I cannot bring lights if I can't, if I don't punch inside. So I have to go for the internal court approach, and also the
Thank you.
rainwater.
Yeah.
And also the rainwater is a fact. So what I did that the roof is curved inwards, and there is a RCC water channel. And in this RCC channel in middle, we have put the skylight domes. So what we did that we tried to bring lights from all the spaces where we can actually. And literally this building is all the way it is lighted. I know we have to go for the electrical light for the stitching and others in a cloudy day in the evening. So we need the electrical light, but the
Additional
power
lighting. Yeah.
consumption, yes, additional lighting, but the power consumption is very low in this building.
Oh, that's very nicely done. And I think love that concept of, wave and wave of humanity coming in, the girls coming in, and then you converted that into your, a concept for your building is very beautifully expressed in your architecture here. And what are the other strategies? One is on the lighting that you've got in additional
And
light.
yes,
And
and
also, I
for
think from thermal comfort also,
yeah,
because
thermal comfort.
I can see
Yeah.
your air movement lines also being shown here.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Here we tried that, in industrial buildings, the most irritating thing is so many fans, exhaust fans on, or just it covered all the elevations. So what I thought that, okay, I will just try to avoid that. So I did that. Literally, when I walked through these spaces, these aisles, my scarves, it just blew away because I just put some openings in the north and south side, and in internal core there are some suction ducting fans. You can see in the picture, all the fans it is go upwards. So the air in a natural way, and this suction fans it just blew the all the and making a negative pressure inside, and the space is area. And there are no ceiling fans in this building, and
That's
only this.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, only the natural air in, and it is getting out through the fans. So these two challenges were taken here, and it is a 4,75,000 square feet unit. So, and more than sorry for interrupting. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, you are.
Yeah, and more than 2,000 people are working in this building. So
Wow.
all of them are not. I've checked 3 to 4 months, long time, because there is a warm humid season and the hot humid season. So I checked there, no ceiling fan is needed.
That's absolutely amazing. And
Yeah,
considering, Bangladesh weather is very similar to
yeah,
north
it's
of
very
India,
similar.
in terms of, the heat, and in terms of maybe since it's also, you have high humidity in some seasons. That's absolutely amazing. So that's where I mean, this is your latest industrial structure? I mean, project, or this was your first project?
It finished. Yes, it is not the first one. It is the actually recognized by award committee. That's why I was just showing this.
Okay.
It
Oh,
it
that's great.
finished on 2018. It's completed on
18. Oh, that's
2018,
wonderful.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and after the
Yeah.
and my
Can we
first
look at,
project was
can you take us through to the other projects? I think
yeah,
I'm really excited to
for other slides.
see
Yeah,
what more is coming on. Yeah.
yeah. I just want to just skip the pages because there all the images are there. We
Okay.
can just skip all the pages. These are the certification and all that. So we can just pass through the slides. So already I have just explained these things, which is in the images right now. We can just next slide, please. These are the pictures and the detailed sections and others. And pass through, please. For the next project, we can just pass all the slides. Here is another residential project. It is also under LEED certification, but here the sustainability move. I made my focus on more family relationship rather than sustainability. Sustainability is a part of course, it will be there, like low e-glass and renewable energy through solar
Yeah.
panels
Solar panels
and
that
north
we can
and
see.
yeah, and the north and south oriented elongated approach for the buildings. And but here is a story of two brothers. There are similar age two brothers, and they have two and two, four children. Both of them have the elder daughter and the younger son. And the sister-in-laws, there's a very interesting relationship is between them. And one of them is she is from India, from Mumbai, but she lives in Bangladesh.
Okay.
And I have ever found such a lovely family, and it touched me in my first meeting. And then I started thinking how I can just make it more and more through my space. People can, that the family can be more and more be together. This elevation, which is in the slide, it is a back elevation.
Okay.
But what I thought that I will just make two blocks, and the intermediate block, there should be all the common functions in the middle block, the common dining, common kitchen, gymnasium,
Mhm.
all the entertainment facilities are in the middle block, and there's a swimming pool which is just coming through inside the residence towards the outside, and all the visual connective spaces are in the backyard.
Yeah.
Because in our traditional architecture, we always found that our moms and aunts, and then the khalas and fupis, although all of them, there was a
There's a lot of
gossiping
interaction.
place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
interaction
and the
between them.
gossiping
Yeah.
place, what is supposed to be outside of the back side of the house, not in front, in the garden, in front veranda. That was the playing place for children. And I was just completely guided by that feeling, and I tried to make some backyard facilities and the visual connectivity with all the forms. If I go for the other images, it can be shown together.
Yeah, this is very beautiful, very dynamic, and you can see all those interesting spaces at both ground floor, first floor. You've created all those spaces that are looking so lovely.
And this is a pool view, which is just from the dining. It starts from dining and it go directly to the outside. And all
Hmm.
I wanted this bonding should be there, not in a common flat, and one after another, one after another. These flats,
Yeah.
people are not connected. So in the second image, this slide, the smaller image, it is the front elevation. I was not bothered about
Hmm.
the front elevation. What the roadside people thinks about, I don't bother, because they will drop the car in the basement and they go inside the house. In a
Okay.
parking, they will just drop by in the parking, and then they will not never going to feel the front elevation view from anywhere from the in front of the another building. They will not going to see their buildings. They will feel the space, and they will interact through this space. So that was my intention for this building. It is
Hmm.
finished and they are happily living here. And I don't have any picture about their house parties, and I hope if I could take the pictures in this season, I could find
Hmm.
so many people in the backyard because
Yeah.
it was taken in the hot humid, and that was so hot outside. That's what people were not
I can
in the daytime.
understand.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think there is a lot of honesty in your architecture that's coming through. When you said, I'm not bothered about the front elevation, I mean, that's something which a lot of architects would try to focus on because that's the first, impression of the building that you get. But you have focused more on the family relationships and on, creating spaces for the family to bond, and not only within themselves but also with their guests and maybe with the children growing up. So I think this is what you've created is guiding, I think, how the families grow and develop together. I think that's a very, very beautiful example of residential architecture that you have presented. So let's carry on to the
Thank you,
next
ma'am.
genre
And
of project. Yeah.
now I want to jump for another one. Actually, I have presented the slide in different type of projects which we are practicing. Though we are focusing our industrial green building, but
Hmm.
I want to showcase my creative things in different items. So this is our institute. We are working on the 11 institutional building. It is IT training and incubation center. So here there's some analytical things like landscape, and here also we wanted to go for the passive system in this building. If we can go for this next slide, we can show. Here all the building outer wall, I was trying to make a screen work in the periphery of the building. Because if you think for the institutional building, for school and other, can you go for the next slide? Like I just um, can you go for the next slide, please? Yeah, this is the building actually. So what I what we were thinking about this project in institutional building like school and colleges, we need veranda, we need balconies actually.
Hmm.
Where people or the students, they don't like to go directly to the classroom to the outer side, any field or park or the parking. So we designed a peripheral continuing veranda. And again, we have to cover it because there was a limitation that building shouldn't look like a veranda-oriented school building. So what we thought, we put some screening. So all the screening, and this project especially is west south facing. So in our country, and this is in the northern part, it is in Jaipurhat, as the last end of Bangladesh is the northern part, and it is a huge, hot, humid zone. This zone is really very hot. So the west surface of this zone is highly what I can say, in May or June, it goes up to 42, 43 degrees Celsius of
So a lot
temperature.
of heat gain from that
Lot of
side.
heat
Yeah.
gains are there, and we
Mhm.
cannot go for air condition. So, and also we don't want to cover the wall, cover the building through by the walls. We want glasses, we want views, and we want lights, but don't want heat. So that's the challenge that we had to take, and we decided to go for the screening, and it is not a mesh screening; it is actually an RCC framing, which is some sort of load bearing of the cantilever verandas, and then there are few net or mesh things that we tried to build some interesting spaces inside. When the shadow catch in the floor, it makes some dramatic space in the veranda and the balcony floors. So here it is, and the 11 building will built in 11 districts in Bangladesh. It is in the Jaipurhat, mostly in the North Bengal, where it is
Okay.
highly
That was
hot
very,
temperature in
very
the
interesting, exterior that you have created. And I think this is very nice. And I'm sure the play of light and shade will be very dynamic. It'll keep changing through the day and again through the seasons also.
So the day, all
Yeah.
the day, yes, the morning to evening, it just
Yeah. So
changes
any
dramatically.
sustainability, this is also a LEED certified building?
It is under process. It will be a lead certified building. Yes.
Okay. So any specific feature you would want to discuss on this other than the elevation part of it in terms of from a sustainability perspective?
It is a lead goal. So the shadow, yes, from a sustainable perspective, we are using the low E glasses where the glass is exposed. Again, we don't want to go for this kind of expensive glasses because low E glasses we have to import that. So that is a costly thing. But that was the main strategy that we follow. If we go for screen, we don't have to go for the exclusive glasses. But in the backside there, we have to put the glasses that we put that thing, and the water recycle is there, rainwater harvesting is there, and solar panel is in the rooftop, and also the rooftop is also used like an amphitheater, and the roofing is covered by the solar panel. The amphitheater roofing is also covered by the solar
Oh,
panel.
okay. We can see it here, right at the edge in the front. Yeah, this is a beautiful. I'm waiting for it. So it's in the design phase or it's already completed?
This one is completed, but not just opened yet. But it
Okay.
is finished. Little bit finishing work is going on inside.
All right. Okay. Great. Great. Yeah. So you have. Are we at the
And
end
we
of the
can
presentation?
pass our
Okay.
next.
Yeah.
Yes, that one is finished, and now I think this is a. Actually, I want to showcase this project. This project is very close to my heart. You know about our national fish, Hilsa? The
Hilsa.
West
Yeah.
Bengal people from India, they know very
Yeah.
well.
Hilsa.
We
Yeah.
call it ilish mach. It's a very popular thing in our language, where mostly the ilish Hilsa is found. So my client just was wondering to make a restaurant where people can sit once they will just go through they will just cross the river by ferry. Initially, that time the Padma bridge was not there. So people will pass through, and the connectivity from to the South Bengal to Dhaka was that river actually, and the ferry.
Okay.
So people waited there 14 to 15 hours. Even my university is also in South Bengal zone. So I also in my student life waited there 14, 15 hours for ferry, and this kind of traffic issues were there. So when they wanted to make a restaurant, they said that, okay, I I will make a restaurant and people people love to eat hilcha fish in Padma to make a good toilet zone. There's no restaurant where the people can go inside and to use the toilet, in the fresh toilet. That was the day I just requested my client that I want to make a linguistic approach project in abstraction. I will make a project which name will be Project Hilsha. I just give I given this name. I have given this name Project Hilsha, and the building and the interior and landscape, even the graphics and the logo also done by me. That's why I'm just saying that. And it was in during the COVID. It is a COVID project, my
Okay.
COVID project. It's a lockdown project. So and this Hilsha project was, people loved it so much. I don't know how it looks or how it architecturally. There are so many things I'm not happy properly. There are so many details we couldn't build because once it opened, they couldn't stop. They couldn't get any time. They didn't have any time to rectify or add something.
Okay.
It just still it's running. So that time it was the largest fine dine restaurant in Bangladesh, and the people loved it so much. Even my tailor, he is from South Bengal. He also he just gave me a call. Appa, I am in front of your restaurant building. I'm so proud of you. So that was the thing that I gained from this project. This is not a sustainable certified project. I tried to bring my roof lighting from the roof and curved shape. I just tried to make a lighting drama inside. It is there. People love the lighting things, and I just put the low E glasses, and I had
Okay.
a wish to go for sustainability, but it is not certified sustainable project. It is we couldn't
Okay.
go for any lead or age for it.
Uh-huh.
I
Okay,
can,
but anyway,
can you go for
you
the
did your
next slide,
best.
please?
You tried to bring in the best, sustainable practice into your design. And yeah, certified or not, it's still, I think you have
I
done your
tried. I
bit.
tried.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you go for the second slide? These are the 3D generated
Hmm.
images. The
Yeah.
practical images are there.
Next slide, please.
Yeah, this is the actual view from the. It is a greenfield project, and people loved it so much. And it's only half kilometer from Padma River.
Okay.
We have a ri- riverside code, so we maintain that, and then we build the project.
Yeah. This is beautiful too.
Okay, we can
Yeah.
just go for next one.
Oops.
Next slide, please. And this is a resort project. We are going for 8 certification for each detail. This is a huge one. I don't want to go for each and every detail. We can just skip the image and go one by one. And we are going for a age in a campus mode, not inside the all in each and every building
Okay.
certified. So we can pass through the images because it's a big one. And we have also time
Yeah,
constraints, I
that's right.
know.
And I have more interesting questions for you.
So can we just go through the
So maybe
slides
at the end
for
of
this
the
person?
presentation, you can share a link to your website. So anyone who's interested
Sure.
in learning more about your buildings and about your architecture can, get in touch with you.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure. Next slide,
So
please.
next slide, please. So this is like a resort. This is the resort project that you
Yeah,
are talking about.
this
Yeah.
is a water village.
Mm-hmm.
As in the flood time, we found that our houses are floating. So why not we experience that? That's why there was a zone. It is called the water village. People will catch some boats to reach these houses from
Oh,
the
oh,
bank of the water zone.
oh, that's one. That's a
Okay.
wonderful concept too.
The next slide. Yes. These are the residential zone. This is the natural water body is there. So opposite to the natural water body, in one side the water body, there are the public functions, like all the people will have some carers and all that, and the opposite side is all the residential, where the people will stay in a calm and quiet zone. So some different type of housing for there in this resort.
Next slide, please. Okay.
Okay. Actually, I didn't, I was just wondering to show each and every project for different sectors. Um, Rather
Yeah,
than
but yeah,
our
we have a
most of the
constraint
workshop
on
from
time,
industry.
Saida. So I'm sure maybe we have another round of talk with you, so you can then present some of your other buildings. But I understand, I mean, from your presentation, this is what I have gleaned out of it. A, you are a very, very honest person, and that comes out in your designs as well. So, I mean, this is like you are not pretending, but whatever is there, whatever is needed in the project, I mean, it's honestly coming through. And there is a very, very strong purpose for each of your, the concept has a very, very strong reason and purpose. And that also shines really through when you carried us through your projects. So, but I'm sure the journey was not as simple and as beautiful as your buildings are that we are carrying on through. I'm sure you've faced some challenges. So, what are the challenges that women architects, or let us say in this sector where you are working in the industrial space, or in the green, developments and sustainable projects? So, can you share some of your challenges as well?
Yeah, of course. Actually, this is a question that I face every time because everyone is worried about this challenge, like being a woman, how it works. I know the same is in India also. We are in the same boat actually for women's challenges. If you say that my personal own challenge, I grew up in a family where my father taught me everything. Everything you can do, you can do everything. There is nothing you cannot. You don't have to say anything that I can't do that. And I grew up seeing the world with my father's eyes. That is the thing that I got so much confidence on everything. I didn't feel actually it is difficult for me, or women can't do that, or girls can do that. I didn't face in myself actually, but when I meet somewhere, or when I have to face the practical scenario, sometimes I felt like that people have less confidence on me. The main challenge, if I say in a small sentence, in a one line sentence, I can say that we have to prove more. The main challenge is there.
And I think
Um,
that's globally true for women,
Globally
you
true.
know.
And
Yeah.
architecture is a highly male dominating profession. It is not for in worldwide. If we say from Zaha Hadid, and say like the architect just yesterday she passed from her university, uh, things are same. Those are common actually, I think. Um, we have to prove more. We have to show more, actually. Like people don't rely on us uh, very quickly. I know it is really hard to earn money. People don't want to waste their money, and if until they are not confidence
Convinced
enough,
about it. Yeah. Okay.
convinced and enough, and their mindset is a problem is in their mindset. It's not in our job or work. Their mindset is ladies can't do that, women can't do that, because they have seen in their families, their mother or their sisters or their aunts, they didn't do anything. Definitely, I can say my brother, my son, or my husband's brother, they will not think like this because they have seen me. So they
Yeah.
know that women can do it more than I don't want to I don't want to, but I can discriminate anything. But the thing is, there are challenges in people's mindset, and we cannot change in one day. It is not possible. So every women challenge people ask me, then I say that, okay, we are changing. The situation is changing. Maybe into
Mm.
2025, I can say that I can do better than a man, or I can do better than my classmate who is of male, because I have facing these exams in last 10 to 15 years, and I just proven me many times. Now I can say maybe my daughter will not face this thing. Maybe
Okay.
she don't have to, she will not have to face this kind of more and more proving
Mm.
things that girls
Yeah.
have to show, girls have to prove, and then they will rely on us. Otherwise, architecture or creative thing is not in any kind of muscle power thing, so that ladies can't do. It is a
True.
creative thing, and it is an understanding and merit oriented thing, so people can easily understand that it is okay for everybody, but they don't understand like
Yeah,
that. They
that
don't
is
think
true.
like
But
that.
when,
So the challenge.
sorry to interrupt, but usually a
No.
lot of people who, come with that kind of a little bit of a, mental block, let us say against, women architects, they probably feel that women architects, oh, they can design homes because it's intuitive in them to be
Yes.
designing
Yeah.
residential architecture is simple,
Oh,
because that's their domain. But when it
yeah.
comes to industrial architecture, which is, mostly male dominated, I think, and there you
Yes.
have broken the glass ceiling, especially in Bangladesh. And
Yeah.
I think that's something which is very unique in your journey.
Yeah, and but the most important thing and the interesting thing is in Bangladesh, the green industrial sector is mostly designed by two female ladies. One is me, and another one is another architect. She's also a lady. We are
Okay.
almost same age. So this is very
That's
interesting
very
thing.
unique,
I,
I
I
would
can't
say. Yeah.
I don't have any survey. I can't tell it in a what I can say in a statement. But any kind of industrial programs or any symposium or anything, people have to say something for industry. These two ladies are in front. So that so
Okay.
that's the thing that I sometimes I think, and uh, I smile in myself. But the journey is not easy because in my earlier age, when I went one farm
Mm-hmm.
in one of our senior industrial architects firm. So they didn't allow me because they said that we have to go outside of Dhaka for projects. So ladies or girls can't do that. So that was my first rejection. And then I thought, okay, if ladies can't go outside of Dhaka, is it for only architecture? No, it is also for if I go for if any resort or any kind of entertainment, I have to take someone. It's not for architecture, so there's no harm if I go outside of Dhaka with anyone for my security for architecture. So those are the things. If one after another challenge just taught me. Those are
Yeah,
the
and
steps
you
that
and you
I
overcame
learned
them in a
from.
very practical, pragmatic way, I think. And I think you handled it in a very
I
pragmatic,
tried.
practical way that yes, if you need to take somebody, okay, fine, as long as you have the freedom to do your work, which is important. And if you need the support of people to be with you, and I think that's
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
that I have to do whether if I go to a hospital or in a mosque even.
Mhm.
So I have to take someone with me if it is outside of Dhaka, if it is in a night time. So it's not
Okay.
any sort of any way. It is not related to architecture. So these are the things actually. Those are the challenges, and
Okay.
sometimes I found that young architects, young girls who are just past BArch, they are just afraid of industrial site visiting and the works and all that. Then I tried to just convince them in this
Mhm.
way.
Okay. Okay, let me just ask you. I mean, this is just purely out of curiosity. So, what was your class strength when you were studying architecture, and how many of them were girls in them?
Oh, okay. This is an interesting thing. In Bangladesh, nowadays it is 60-40. 60% are girls. In academy, girls are more, but in practice, they just disappear. I don't know why they are not there. Sometimes
Okay.
it is, the family building time. Like they got married, they go for our masters and they have
Hmm.
to live with husband. So many things are there. And if I think now, I made so many I made so many management for me, because again I have to make my family, I have to get kids. So
Yeah.
all these things I had to manage and I had to plan, because architecture, I can't tell that it is a bed of roses like profession. You have to take that strength, you have to have that strength. If you want to go for consultancy or want to go for pure architectural thing, not a corporate job or like that. So that was the challenges, because here in Bangladesh, no maximum farm don't have maternity leave, and
Oh.
paid is almost impossible. Yeah, and then daycare is also a big challenge. After 6 months, how a mom can just left her child and go back to his work.
Hmm.
So the consultancy firms are something like in a boutique zone or boutique shape in Bangladesh. Uh,
Okay.
very few. There are so many, but I cannot just count them as a whole, because architects
Hmm.
are more than
Okay.
that. So that is a break that girls have to
Hmm.
take. I'm lucky that my own family was they were living very near to me. So we have to make these kind of things, this kind of
Yeah.
managements like nana nani and something dada dadi.
True, true.
We have to
Yeah.
make it.
Yeah, I think this brings to my mind Indra Nui's very famous, talk show where somebody asked her about this very aspect of how does she, work-life balance. And so I remember her saying that, we have to have a support system, around us. And that's the way to balance, work and life together, your home
Yeah,
life and your
otherwise,
family life and work together. She says you need the husband, you need the mother-in-law, you need the mother, you need a whole
right.
ecosystem around you to
Whole
make the whole
ecosystem
system
around
work
us.
for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So I can see that, that was true for you as well. So, okay, one last question on from green and sustainability point of view. So you said the movement is catching on in Bangladesh. So I think you have the Bangladesh Green Building Council also coming up.
Uh, Yeah, this is we are trying to bring it, because we are working on it actually.
Mhm.
BGBC is a very important thing in Bangladesh right now, because almost 1,000 projects are LEED certified in Bangladesh nowadays, and for commercial building, age is also there. Age is also, and government recently government has also expressed their interest to go for all the government buildings,
Buildings to be
all
certified.
sustainable certification. So USGBC or UKGBC don't have
Mhm.
their climatic factors and others and everything. Sometimes it just it so as those are in point basis things, so we avoid those points and we take another points. So we
Okay.
strongly believe that it's a high time to come up with our BGBC, Bangladesh Green Building Council, and we are near to finish that.
Okay, wonderful. Um, should we open the floor for questions, Anshul?
Sure, we can do that. So I would just definitely add a line from my side. Saida, it was a wonderful journey you have shared with us today. I am aware of your work, and overall, I really appreciate what you guys are doing in Bangladesh. I would definitely like to mention on this forum that Saida's work zone is not limited to Bangladesh. She is a global person and she has her footprints all over the globe. I'm wishing you all the very best and really thank you that you are here on this forum. And before opening, I would definitely request Smita ma'am also to share her thoughts on this Mahi talk today. Thank you so much. Lovely having you here.
Thank you so much, Anshul.
Indeed, it was a wonderful blend of contemporary designs and the sustainability. So I really especially liked the fish shape restaurant which you have designed. It is wonderful and it's truly unique and visual striking, I must say. So that is something different which I have seen it today. So congratulations for that and definitely being a woman in real estate, we have all of us have the same kind of stories with us. So proving yourself and yeah, struggling to showcase your work, but I'm sure like once we have proved ourselves, our journey will be easier. And of course, for our next generation, like you said, from your family, the male from your family will definitely understand a woman's work as they have seen you in your family. So that's how Mahi we have created to get all together women in real estate, and people should understand yes, we have that strength and we can do it, and definitely the architecture is more over the creativity, so it is not male or female oriented.
Yes.
So
That
the
I do believe, and thank you so much. And I was amazed to see this kind of platform that when Anshul just told me about it, it should be everywhere. It should be everywhere. Women should have their own platform. Thank you so
Yeah,
much
that
for
is
having
true.
me.
thank you
Yeah,
so much.
it was
Thank you
wonderful.
for your time.
Are we seeing any questions in the chat box coming in? Banvi?
One question possible as she is saying. So anyone else?
I can see something in the chat. Okay.
Saida, like
That
in
is.
India, for the women who there's certainly in few of the states we have started to reduce the stamp duty for the home buyers, women home buyers. So
Mhm.
anything sort of that, any incentives or anything in change in policy for the women in real estate in Bangladesh?
It is not for women actually, but in for sustainable projects in any sector, any building sector, bank have their own facilities they are providing for the sustainable buildings. But for women, no, there. So far, I know that there is no special facilities that women can get if they go for sustainable projects or something.
Because in India as well, for the sustainable projects, we get the extra FSI or FAR, I must say.
Yes.
So that is, I guess, we are on the same page.
Yeah.
in
Yeah. Yeah.
True. Yeah, and we also have, sustainability as one of our, key verticals that we are working on in Naredko Mahi. And that was for Saida to, we just thought we'll take this opportunity to also talk about it just for about a few seconds. And so this is a project which is, a vertical which is very close to, a lot of us. And we are hoping to make a change. And
Yes. Thank
so,
you.
yeah, we would love to interact with you more. And this 45 minutes was definitely not enough for us to, see all your
Yeah.
wonderful work. But as I said, if you can share your website, then maybe we can, we
Yeah,
can share that
I will
with our,
definitely do.
yeah, on
And
this panel. And
yes, I will always love to come India, and then the Ishrek will conclave. And the last year I met in FSI. There I was a panel speaker also, FSI conference and all that. So this is actually the thing that I always try to mix with others and then try to know that how they are dealing with architecture actually. For even though are male or female, even I never felt. For myself, as I told you, that I never felt for myself that ladies can't do that or women can't do that. That's why maybe my way was a little bit easier.
yeah,
My mindset was not that. That's why I think I was a little bit easy way to go
yeah,
on.
true.
So girls should learn that. They shouldn't bother about it. That whether I can do or not do, you have your work, you just go and carry on. That's it.
Yeah, wonderful.
you
Thank
should
you
be
so
always
much.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Before we end, I can see one question in the chat box asked by Sukanya. She asks you, Saida, who's your design inspiration?
Actually, for design inspiration, I always try to work and follow contextual architecture. and I have to follow the context actually. Otherwise, uh, I would take some names. Even in this room where I'm just sitting and talking with you, there are seven master architects pictures are hanging in my wall. They are my inspirations. But for contextuality, and I always follow our master architect Mazharul Islam sir and his projects, because in Bangladesh they have just he was the person who just introduced us how the building should be in our earth, in our soil. So I try to follow him if the project is in our country. And don't know if whether if I do any building in Dubai or Middle East somewhere, maybe I will follow architect Zaha Hadid. So I love his work, her works.
Yeah, and I think those the fluid lines that your architecture
Yeah,
also kind of
I try.
follows.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. From nature, I want to go with some fluid lines.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful session, Saida, and it
Thank
was
you.
beautiful hearing you and expressing your thoughts and how you actually conceptualized your projects. And I think it was a beautiful 1 hour that we have spent with you. Not enough, as
Thank
I
you. Thank
said.
you
We
so
hope to have
much.
more interactions with you soon.
Yeah.
And thank you so much. Thank you, Naredko Secretariat. And thank you, Smita, Anshul, Mansui. Thank you for, you know,
Thank you,
a
everyone. Thank you
wonderful
for
Mahi
having me.
talk that we started
Yeah.
off this series with today's session and looking forward to the next three sessions. Yeah.
So,
Thank you
Chitraji,
so much.
being
Thank you for having
president-elect,
me.
nobody is going to thank you because this is your own forum.
No, no, no,
But
that's
you
okay.
have held today's session excellent, and you are holding the overall conversation, retaining the interest, and really appreciate this.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so much.
much.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank
great
you
day,
so
all
much.
of you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Have a great
Good
day.
evening. Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.